Host, please start recording it. सर टाइमर खत्म होने के बाद आप 5 सेकंड का गैप ले लीजिएगा, उसके बाद स्टार्ट करिएगा। We are live. We may start your proceeding.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Commodore P.R. Hari, Chairman and Managing Director, Banerjee Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. And it gives me immense pleasure in welcoming you all to the 106th Annual General Meeting of our company. Since the requisite quorum is present in the Annual General Meeting, I, as the Chairman, call the meeting to order. Now, let me introduce the directors and the company secretary of your company. The directors attending the AGM with me from our boardroom at GRSE Bhavan, Kolkata are Sri Ramesh Kumar Dash, Director of Finance and CFO, and the Chairman of the Risk Management Committee, and Commander Shantanu Bose, Indian Navy retired, Director Shipbuilding, and the Company Secretary and Compliance Officer, Sri Sandeep Mahapatra. The directors attending through video conference mode are Sri Sanjay D. Phanse, Independent Director and Chairman of the Audit Committee, Sri Sanjeev Mohanty, Independent Director and Chairman of the HR Nomination and Remuneration Committee, CSR Committee, and the Stakeholders Relationship Committee, and Sri Rajiv Prakash, Joint Secretary, Naval Systems, Government Nominee Director. We also have with us Sri Sudarshan Mukherjee, Partner, Messrs. Mukherjee, Bishwas and Pathak, Statutory Auditor. Ms. Pammi Jaiswal from Messrs. Vinod Kothari and Company, Secretarial Auditor. Ms. Anindita Sengupta from Messrs. Chatterjee and Company, the Cost Auditor. Mr. A.K. Love from Messrs. A.K. Love and Company, Company Secretaries, the Scrutinizer. I now request Sri Sandeep Mahapatra, the Company Secretary, to take us through the regulatory matters and general instructions pertaining to the annual general meeting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sandeep Mahapatra, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of the company. I welcome you all to the 106th Annual General Meeting of our company, Banerjee Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. Members may note that this AGM is being held through video conference in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities and Exchange Board of India. Facility for joining this meeting is made available through video conferencing for the members. Now, a small advisory for the shareholders. All the members have joined this meeting is by default placed in mute mode by the host to avoid any disturbances arising by the background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. The company has received requests from few members to register them as speakers at the meeting. Accordingly, the floor will be open for these members to ask questions and to express their views after chairman's speech. The moderator for the meeting will facilitate this session once the chairman opens the floor for questions and answers. Once the name of the speaker shareholder is called out by the chairman, the person will be unmuted by the host, enable him or her to speak. Before speaking, the shareholders is requested to click on the video as well as audio icon appearing on the screen. Switch it on, and if for some reason, if the shareholder is not able to join through video mode, he or she can still speak by using audio mode. While speaking, we request to use earphone so they can be clearly audible, and it will also minimize noise in the background. They are also requested to ensure that Wi-Fi is not connected to any other devices nor the background applications are running, and proper light is available to have clarity in video and audio. If there is connectivity problem at the speaker's end, the host will mute such speaker and the next speaker will be invited to speak. Once the connectivity improves, the previous speaker shareholders will be called up again to speak after all the other registered speaker shareholders complete their turn. We would like to request the speaker shareholder to kindly limit their speech to 3 minutes. The chairman would be responding to such queries at the end of the meeting. Since the AGM is being held through video conferencing in accordance with the applicable circulars of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI, physical attendance of members has been dispensed with. Accordingly, the facility for appointment of proxies is not available. The register of directors and KMP and their shareholdings and other required statutory documents of the company have been made available electronically for inspection by the members during the AGM on e-voting platform of NSDL. Further, members may also note that the company has provided facility for voting by electronic means during the AGM on all 5 resolutions set out in the notice of AGM. Accordingly, members attending the AGM today who have not cast their vote by remote e-voting are entitled to exercise their right to vote at the AGM through the e-voting facility provided by NSDL. During the AGM, if any member faces technical issue, he or she may contact the helpline number mentioned in the notice of AGM. With this, I now hand over the proceeding to the chairman, sir. I now request chairman, sir, to address this.
At the outset, I thank each one of you for attending the meeting in the virtual mode. This is my maiden address to the shareholders of the company, and I am indeed honored and delighted to do so, especially considering this as a special occasion as we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to commemorate 75 years of our independence. The journey of GRSE over the years has been glorious, with the shipyard evolving and setting new benchmarks in shipbuilding and engineering excellence. While the clarion call for Make in India has been resounding across our nation during the last few years, Make in India has been in our DNA for the last 62 years, and with 788 marine platforms, including 107 warships delivered on as on date, GRSE today epitomizes Atmanirbharta in shipbuilding. Further, our diversified product portfolio is our USP, and this provides us an edge amongst all listed Indian shipbuilding entities. The year gone by was also challenging, considering the fallout of the pandemic and its after effects. Despite being a labor-intensive manufacturing industry with high dependency on supply chain management, the company has effectively managed these challenges and progressed operations with agility, business resilience, and determination, and came out with flying colors both in terms of financial and production performance. Your company has posted the best ever performance in the history of the shipyard and recorded the highest ever turnover of rupees 1,748 crores during financial year 22, reflecting year-on-year growth of 54%. The profit after tax grew to rupees 189 crores as against rupees 153.47 crores during the previous year. A detailed review of our revenue and margins is elaborated in the director's report. I am glad to inform you that the board of your company has recommended a final dividend at 8.50% of paid up capital, that is 85 paisa per share, subject to approval of the shareholders in this annual general meeting. In addition to the interim dividend at 49.50% of the paid up capital, that is rupees 4.95 per share already paid. You may also note that your company has been paying dividend consistently over the last 29 consecutive years. On the production performance front too, we have met the project milestones despite the challenges of the pandemic. In December 21, our first survey vessel of the 4-ship survey vessel large project, INS Sandhyayak, was launched with the ship nearly at 40% of construction. Further, the keel of the third P-17 Alpha, that is a stealth frigate we are building for the Indian Navy, was laid, and the construction of all these 3 ships of this prestigious project are progressing smoothly. In the beginning of the last financial year, PS Saurashtra, built by your company and handed over to the government of Seychelles by the Honorable Prime Minister, has also completed its guarantee refit. Ship repairs has been a focus area for your company, and the new facility, the GRSE KPDD facility, took off last year, a new gateway for ship repairs and refit as a structured business vertical for the company. During the year, your company has carried out refits of 4 ships, including the refit of CGS Barracuda for the government of Mauritius. The Bailey Bridges division has been provided a fillip with the new products and go-to-market strategies in the single and double-lane portable bridges, and also signing of a historic memorandum of understanding with the Director General Border Roads Organization for supply of 27 bridges for utilization in the difficult terrains in the northeast region of India. The engine division has successfully completed factory acceptance trials and delivered the first ship set of the 1 megawatt diesel alternators for the P-17 Alpha project, a key achievement during the last year. Our order book stands at a very healthy rupees 24,103 crores as on 31st March 2022. And on the shipbuilding front, 6 projects are currently under execution, with three projects comprising of 15 platforms for the Indian Navy, 1 project, the FPV project for the Indian Coast Guard, and 2 exports project, an ocean-going passenger cum cargo vessel for the government of Guyana, and 6 patrol boats for the government of Bangladesh. Going forward, considering the production maturity of the ongoing shipbuilding projects, our revenue is expected to grow significantly during the next 3 years. I'm also happy to inform you that your company has been declared L2 in an RFP for construction of next generation ocean-going patrol vessels, NGOPV, for the Indian Navy. And as per the tender conditions, the L2 shipyard will be awarded a contract for construction of 4 of these ships. We have also concluded a contract in July 22 with the government of West Bengal for construction of a next generation electric ferry. Both these projects are expected to boost our order book position, with the next generation electric ferry providing a fillip to our green initiatives in the marine segment. Our ship repair and refit operations will also be a focus area, and I expect revenue growth in this segment too, especially from the newly created GRSE KPDD facility. The Bailey Bridge division is also on an upward trajectory with our major customers, the Border Roads Organization, the National Highways Infrastructure Development Corporation, and the Indian Army, continuing to repose faith in our capability and providing us fresh orders. Apart from harnessing our core competencies gained over the years in warship building, key priorities envisaged revolve around renewed focus on R&D with emphasis on green technology and autonomous stroke unmanned vessels. Your company is well on its way towards implementing a much awaited roadmap using green technology, starting with the reduction of the carbon footprint on the Hooghly River with the impending induction of our new generation electric ferry. Your company is also engaged with the Indian Navy and designing unmanned surface vessels to meet their aspirations to minimize the risk of putting the lives of our fellow countrymen in harm's way. The unmanned vessels of the not so distant future would be capable of undertaking hydrographic, bathymetry, surveys, mine hunting, and at the lower end spectrum, while aiming to undertake combat roles with delivery of modularized payloads at the higher end. Exports continue to be a thrust area of your company, with us focusing in SAARC, ASEAN, African, Latin American, and few European countries, where we are deploying aggressive business development and marketing strategies to pursue export opportunities. As I had mentioned earlier, we are currently executing 2 export orders, an ocean-going passenger ferry vessel for the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and 6 patrol boats for the government of Bangladesh. Your company has also exported 14 Bailey-type portable steel bridges to the governments of Bhutan and Nepal. We are actively engaging with potential customers to exploit the upward trend in demand for new build ships, especially in the short sea shipping sector. These forays are reflective of our expanding global footprint and reach, and hence align on the business front to provide maritime platforms that fulfill our nation's aspirations to contribute to peace in the Indian Ocean region. And our company, in the process, harnesses business revenue and opportunities in the bargain. Core groups have been constituted at the shipyard for evaluating processes and how to make them more efficient by leveraging technology. Whilst your company has been swift in adopting artificial intelligence towards improvement of its design and production processes, we are also committed to maximizing productivity by rigorously auditing its internal processes with an aim to further shift towards digitalization. We are focused on efforts at ensuring efficient supply chain process to reduce costs, and we are driving efforts towards a leaner and cohesive workforce while retaining our core competencies. It is my pleasure to inform you that the AI-enabled NDT facility for welding X-ray evaluation and the HR chatbot were launched by our Honorable Raksha Mantri on 11th July this year. With the recent impetus from my ministry, the Ministry of Defense, on indigenization, GRSE has become one of the key contributors towards Atmanirbharta. You'll be happy to know that your company has 31 items listed under the DPSU's positive indigenization list, out of which 21 have been already indigenized. I am pleased to inform you that your company has filed 100 plus IPRs as part of the mission Raksha Gyan Shakti MRGS, out of which 62 IPRs have been already granted. Your company takes proactive steps to ensure sound corporate governance and has complied with the guidelines on corporate governance framed by the Department of Public Enterprises and SEBI listing regulations, except for the appointment of the requisite number of independent directors. Your company is always committed to social responsibility and undertaken various programs and projects towards integrating our social and business goals in a sustainable manner, in line with Schedule 7 of the Companies Act 2013. An amount of rupees 410 lakhs has been sent under CSR during FY22 to complete all the targeted projects. I took over as the chairman and managing director of your company from my predecessor, Rear Admiral Vipin Kumar Saxena, who superannuated on 28 February 2022. We are indebted to him for guiding us during his stint and taking GRSE on a trajectory of progress. I have been with Team GRSE for more than 6 years, that is from 2016, and had the good fortune of receiving support and guidance from my seniors and colleagues. I am confident of sustaining our performance and taking our company on an upward trajectory of progress in the coming years with the support of our team, the Board of Directors, and the Ministry of Defence. I take this opportunity to extend my sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Defence, the central and state government authorities, the Indian Navy, and Indian Coast Guard authorities for their unstinted support and valuable guidance. I would also like to take this opportunity to convey my gratitude to all our esteemed shareholders for their continuing faith and confidence that they have reposed in us, for whom we aspire to continue to create more value. Last but not the least, I appreciate Team GRSE for their untiring efforts and unflinching commitment to achieve the goals of your company, and the Board of Directors who have supported and guided the company to place it on a path of accelerated growth. Thank you. Jai Hind. Ladies and gentlemen, the AGM notice dated 11th August 2022 convening this 106th annual general meeting and addendum thereon, the director's report and the auditor's report have been with the shareholders for quite some time now, and with your permission, they are taken as read. There are no qualifications in the independent auditor's report and the secretarial auditor's report for the financial year 2021-22. Further, nil comments have been received from the CAG on the audited financial statements of the company for the financial year 2021-22. Now, I hereby invite any queries, observations, and suggestions from the stakeholders, shareholders, and I request the members to keep their queries brief and to the point. I also request the members to keep their speech precise and to avoid queries and comments which have already been covered by other fellow members. I now request the company secretary to take on.
Thank you, sir. I will now invite our members who have registered themselves as a speaker to express his views and to ask questions. The first speaker is Sir Shri Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Gupta, you are audible, sir.
Good morning, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Gupta. I have joined this meeting from my residence, Kolkata. But first of all, I congratulate you that you become our chairman, and I wish to God that to give more success in time under your leadership to take the company on new heights. And I thanks to you and your our board of directors and all employees of GRSE to for a good and excellent result of the company during the year 21-22 in spite of several challenges, internal and global. And sir, thanks to our company secretary and his team to help us join this meeting through VC. Even that before your speech, I've got a call from your team that Mr. Gupta meeting will start within 2 minutes. Please join. So I told him that I've joined. I'm listening the chairman's speech. And I thanks for your dividend that you are paying a good dividend this year to the investors. And you have expended the 4 crore 10 lakh rupees on the CSR to fulfill the vision of our beloved Prime Minister to serve the community and the society. And sir, what's your future plan for next 2 to 3 years? And thanks to you and your team that you are fulfilling the vision of our Prime Minister and our Defense Minister and the defense pupils for the Make in India and Atmanirbhar. And you have covered several things in this regard for the Make in India and Atmanirbhar, and nothing to say on that issue because you are already doing a lot of things for the Make in India and Atmanirbhar. And sir, defense sector is progressing. So what will be your contribution in next 2 to 3 years? Because our Prime Minister is saying that we will make country that we will not import defense requirements from abroad. We will produce in our own country. So what will be your contribution in next 2 to 3 years for in the defense sector? Because recently I've attended another one company, Bharat Electronics Limited. That lady chairperson informed us very proudly that we had done a lot of things for the DRDO and others. So we believe that you will also do a good thing for the defense sector in coming time. And sir, recently our beloved Prime Minister has launched INS Vikrant in Visakhapatnam. So what were our contribution in that CPR, sir, in INS Vikrant for Navy, sir? And sir, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, you have already told. I will not. It's and 100. Sir, which CPR will you launch in near future? In near future, sir, next quarter or in last quarter of this year. Have you any plan to launch a new CPR for defense? Are you building any new CPR, and how much your order book for the year 21-22 last and 22-23, sir? 22-23, and how you face the challenges of inflation, because inflation has gone up 20% to 30%. Every raw material prices has gone up. So how you face the challenge of inflation? And thanks for your turnover. And I believe that company will more grow and progress and touch the new heights and the able leadership of yourself. And सर, हो सके तो एक सीपीआर हम शेयर होल्डरों को भी दिखाइए, जिससे कि हम लोग भी देख सके कि हमारी कंपनी किस तरह का सीपीआर बनाती है, उसका भी हम लोग देख सके। क्योंकि अगर हो सके तो, क्योंकि हम आपको बोल नहीं सकते कि आप कराइए, क्योंकि डिफेंस का मामला है, बहुत संवेदनशील मामला है। बट अगर हो सके तो आपकी लीडरशिप में कुछ चुनिंदा शेयर होल्डरों को बुला के अगर आप दिखा सके, क्योंकि देश पहले है सर, नेशन फर्स्ट, एंड वी ऑलवेज सपोर्ट आवर प्राइम मिनिस्टर विजन दैट नेशन फर्स्ट सर। तो अगर हो सके तो अगर विजिट कराइए सर, एक सीपीआर दिखाइए कि हम किस तरह का जहाज बना के अपने देश की सेवा में देते हैं सर, वो हम लोग देख सके और बच्चे भी देख सके कि किस तरह की कंपनी का शेयर हम लोग रखते हैं जो देश की सेवा में तत्पर रहती है, देश के विकास में तत्पर रहती है सर। एंड सर, कैलकाटा में भी सीएसआर के लिए कुछ कीजिए। एंड सर, विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट to you and your board of directors for coming festivals like Navratra and Deepavali, sir. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Manoj Gupta. So, you please kindly your video. So next shareholder speaker is Sri Subhash Kaur.
May I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. You are audible.
Good morning, respected chairman, board of director, and my online fellow shareholder. Myself, Subhash Kaur, joining from Kolkata. My special thanks to respected company secretary, Mr. Sandeep Mahapatraji. His kind behavior and always maintained a cordial relation with the shareholders and give me an opportunity to speak at this platform. Our company's annual report is very colorful, transparent, and informative. At page number 18, you describe 10 years financial highlights of the company, which is remarkable. At a glance, we know the past financial performance. I also thanks to the management for declaring excellent result for the financial year 2021-2022. Our company is a debt-free company, has been maintaining a healthy dividend payout. CSR activities are remarkable. Sir, do you have chalk out plan for undertaking or completing your capital expenditure program? What is your key challenges, strategic plan for sustainable revenue growth of the company? I have already casted my vote in favor of the all resolution. I hope our company will do better in coming year under the leadership of our respected chairman. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Mr. Subhash Kaur. So now I request Mr. Manoj Banerjee. Mr. Manoj Banerjee.
Good morning, sir. Respected Chairman.
Yes, you are audible, Mr. Banerjee.
Respected Chairman, present board members, and my fellow online shareholders. Myself, Manoj Banerjee, an equity shareholder of Garden Bridge Shipbuilders and Engineering Limited, joining from Kolkata. Sir, I supported all the resolutions. Sir, thanks to Secretariat Department under the leadership of our Company Secretary for sending AGM notice well in advance and registering my name as a speaker shareholder. Sir, our company has shown a good profit growth as well as revenue and has maintaining healthy ROCE. Now our company virtually debt-free. Our company has a good cash flow management and paying consistent dividend, and market price is also very good. Now I have some specific query. I would like to know how much order books in hand for the financial year 2022-2023. Sir, do you have any order of ship in hand for outside India, from outside India? Sir, our company has a low EBITDA margin. Kindly share your views. How much your R&D spent in percentage terms of sales? I also thanks to the management team for excellent CSR policy. I repose my full confidence on the functionary of the board of directors of this company. Thank you for patient hearing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Banerjee. I will now request Mr. Bimal Krishna Sarkar. Please, sir, go ahead with your speech, sir. Mr. Bimal
Hello.
Krishna Sarkar.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes,
Sir,
yes, you are audible.
Very good morning. Very good morning, sir. Chairman साहब, very good morning. मैं बिमल कृष्ण सरकार, मेरा रेसिडेंस
Very
कलकत्ता
good morning to you.
थैंक यू सर. माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, अन्य पदाधिकारीवृंद, उपस्थित आदरणीय कंपनी सेक्रेटरी संदीप महापात्र सर, पहले हम कंपनी सेक्रेटरी तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, इसलिए उन्होंने बहुत पहले ही एनुअल रिपोर्ट और नोटिस भेज दिया है. सर, सबसे बड़ी बात यह है, उन्होंने हम शेयर होल्डर के साथ जिस तरीके से रिलेशन रखते हैं, बहुत खातिरदारी करते हैं, कभी भी ऑफिस में जाने से हम लोगों को बहुत एंटरटेन करते हैं. सर, ये रिलेशन के लिए धन्यवाद सर. सर, ये कोविड-19 और तो सेकेंड वेरिएंट, थर्ड वेरिएंट, ये सब एडवर्स पोजीशन जो है, थोड़ा इफेक्ट हुआ है हमारा कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर. सर, ये सब चैलेंजिंग ईयर में जो रिजल्ट लेके आया है हमारा कंपनी, इसलिए चेयरमैन साहब, आप और आपका जो पूरा टीम को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ. सर, ये रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन 54% इंक्रीज हुआ है. सर, ABI DTA grown up 24%. Sir, profit after tax sir 23.49. इतना एडवर्स पोजीशन सिचुएशन में भी हमारा कंपनी इतना प्रॉफिट लेके आया है। सर इंटरिम डिविडेंड आपने दिया है 4.95, फाइनल डिविडेंड 0.85, वेरी पुअर सर। टोटल डिविडेंड 5.80। थैंक यू सर। सर CSR ऑब्लिगेशन एज पर सेक्शन 135.5 कंपनी एक्ट, हमारा कंपनी का ऑब्लिगेशन था 405.5 लाख। हमारा कंपनी ने, हमारा CSR कंपनी ने खर्चा किया, स्पेंड किया है 410 लाख। सर एक्सेस स्पेंड किया है 4.5 लाख। सर हमारा कंपनी CSR कमेटी ने कोविड-19 पेंडेमिक में एक ग्रेट रोल प्ले किया है। सेटिंग अप मेडिकल ऑक्सीजन प्लांट इन स्वराज गुप्ता कैंसर हॉस्पिटल को, भारत सेवाश्रम संघ हॉस्पिटल को, और 50 मेडिकल ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड। सर ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ साउथ 24 परगना। सर डोनेशन किया है 2 एम्बुलेंस टू रामकृष्ण मिशन। सर ये सारे जो चीज़, सबसे बड़ी बात ये है जो पेंडेमिक में जो हमारा कंपनी का जो रोल था, ये सचमुच अप्रिशिएट है। सर हम CSR कमेटी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। सर जितना रेजोल्यूशन है मैंने ऑलरेडी वोटिंग कर दिया है पेपर में। सर आप ये आज़ादी का अमृत उत्सव है सर। सर मेरा पहले जो स्पीकर थे उन्होंने कुछ बताया नहीं। सर आज़ादी का अमृत उत्सव उद्यापन के लिए मेरा एक रिक्वेस्ट है, सर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कीजिए ड्राई फ्रूट टू द अटेंडिंग मेंबर। जो लोग आज अटेंड कर रहे हैं तो थोड़ा दिवाली का पहले कम से कम सर ड्राई फ्रूट का पैकेट, सर ऐसा मीटिंग फिजिकल मीटिंग होता है, आप मिठाई का पैकेट बांटती है। सर हमारा रिक्वेस्ट है जो लोग अटेंड कर रहे हैं उन लोगों के लिए आप ड्राई फ्रूट का व्यवस्था कीजिएगा। हम लोग आज़ादी का अमृत उत्सव उद्यापन करेंगे और बढ़िया से। सर मैं ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लूँगा। यार हरी साहब जी आपका सुस्त रहिएगा, ये भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ। सर आप और आपका पूरा टीम, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी आदरणीय संदीप महापात्र जी और जितना कंपनी का एम्प्लॉय है सब सुस्त रहेगा, ये भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ। सर मेरे को जो बोलने का मौका दिया है इसलिए धन्यवाद। सर अब लोग जो हमारा स्पीच को सुना ये पेशेंस है, इसलिए धन्यवाद। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। चेयरमैन साहब
Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Sarkar.
So now I request Sri Santosh Kumar Saraf. Sri Santosh Kumar Saraf ji.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes sir, you are audible sir.
सर आवाज आ रही है?
Yes sir.
हेलो सर आवाज आ रही है मेरी? हेलो
Hello. Sir,
सर
you are
आवाज आ
audible.
रही है? हेलो
Yes sir.
हेलो सर आवाज आ रही है?
शरफ जी आवाज आ रही है, आप बोलिए। नमस्ते, बोलिए।
हेलो
वी कैन हियर यू।
आवाज आ रही है क्या? जवाब तो दीजिए ना।
Yes sir.
ओके माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, उपस्थित नीतियों से सदस्यगण, मेरे शेयरहोल्डर भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार साहब, मैं कलकत्ता से बोल रहा हूँ। आशा करता हूँ आप जितने भी डायरेक्टर हैं, जितने भी अधिकारीगण हैं, इसमें स्वस्थ और सुरक्षित होंगे। सर मैंने अपना लेटर पहले भेज दिया हूँ, आशा है कि सेक्रेटरी साहब को मिल गया होगा, तो उसके लिए मैं ज़्यादा जवाब प्रश्न नहीं करूँगा। तो यही कहूँगा सर बीसी मीटिंग काफ़ी अच्छी है, फ्यूचर में इसको कंटिन्यू रखिए सर। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Thank you sir. Sir. Moving to sir next speaker. Next speaker is Mr. Santosh Chopra. Sri Santosh Chopra ji.
चोपड़ा जी, आप लाइन पे आइए.
हेलो श्री संतोष चोपड़ा जी.
You can go to the next.
So moving to next speaker shareholder Sri Tarak Chakraborty.
Yeah, my sound is clear. Chairman sir, my sound is clear.
Absolutely, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow joining the VC shareholder, and all our respected independent director, CFO, managing director, and our nearest valuable company secretary, very sincere ability, efficient person, and good manners. All time are good related to minority shareholder, Mr. Sandeep Mahapatra. I calling for shareholder in Calcutta, Taraknath Chakraborty, I existing shareholder in your company. My first thing point, Mr. Chairman, Banerjee Ship Engineering 160 are running and 160 are AGA, the VC basis. Sir, my point is that a long time you have pay, continue dividend, all these things you have maintained. But 160 year company annual general meeting, we are expected issue of one bonus or right at part. This is the humble request. It is my main point, and keep recording and please take decision. The 160 year AGM, it is my demand of minority shareholder is 1:1 issue of bonus, your huge reserve, but not problem. Second thing, sir, Garden Rich Ship Engineering, our one of the main defense of the government of India, and you're very controlling and you're very good related. Our Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Finance, and all these things, SEBI, NSDL. Sir, 2019 pandemic situation is overall calm. All of these things is normal. But why no SEBI guideline if have to maintain the physical meeting? Basically, VC is not a basic annual general meeting in regarding of this course. Sir, as per SEBI guideline, all have keep have maintained the only very small we are used the Android phone. Your 300, 200 annual report at this lining is to be searching and their space review the meeting is conduct and their speech is too much difficult. Is a one man if I keep so that is confirmed that it is normal matter. So humble request, I am a most senior shareholder in your company. Taraknath Chakraborty is personally requested last coming year you have keep arranged the following of the physical meeting. After AGM we are hard copy written submit the SEBI guideline. Why no? All these things are is normal, but only for VC meeting. Sir, 3 minutes your budget. The annual general meeting, annual report is lengthy. But what basis I your concern to your express the view of my point and there is speech delivered the meeting attending. Sir, it is my humble request. Keep you maybe arrange and I am sure your balance sheet is real, very good turnover, good profitability, and all our expresses view is very nice. But your meeting is 3 minute time. But what point I discussion to you? It is humble my request. Coming here you have arranged the physical meeting. I know briefly discussion, 3 minutes is come is almost is over. At last I thank your all chairman, board of directors, MD, all these things are committee members joining the all minority shareholder. Thanks for our company secretary and thanks our website meeting. I know briefly discussion. I transfer our microphone to the chairman. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chakraborty. So I would now request Madam Lily Pradhan. Please share your views, ma'am.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. Myself Lily Pradhan from Kolkata. Very good morning, respected all chairpersons and all viewers. I am very happy to know that the company's performance is developing a lot in nowadays after COVID-19 pandemic situation. I have some specific question. In present situation, what is the aim and object of future development in all over country and all over world? What is the CSR planning about challenging persons? What is the vision and mission? Always send the hard copy before annual meeting. Must submit micro audit of CSR activities. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. So moving to next speaker, shareholder, Shri Amit Kumar Banerjee, please. Yes, Banerjee.
Hello.
Mr. Banerjee, please go ahead.
Yes. A very good afternoon and good morning to all of you. My name is Amit Kumar Banerjee from city of Kolkata. Thank you for getting me connected and opportunity to speak such a wonderful meeting today organized by your company, Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. It is our 105th annual meeting of the company. As regards the performance is concerned, yes, it is very nice, good growth, strong financial presentations. Total revenue achieved during this year as visible on the balance sheet under review, about 1,918 crores of rupees. It is improved result in comparison with the last year. Profit after tax also gone up about 24%, 190 crores. EPS also good, 26.55 from 13. Dividend also paid to the appreciation of shareholders about 5.80 paisas. So it is very good for giving us presentations. Sir, I would like to know about any plan to diversify our company's investment, which may be beneficial in the long term as well as minority shareholders' wealth creation policy. Sir, any order of new shipbuilding we have with us? Currently, what is the key challenges you have facing for dry docking ship repairing at Calcutta? Sir, if possible, kindly get necessary permission from the concerned authority for attending shareholders at the AGM for dry docking plant visit. I hope our company will grow up with necessary infrastructure and will come up with better result year ahead with good appreciation of shareholders' benefit. I also thank our company secretary and his team for good and smooth video conferencing meeting today. I'm Amit Kumar Banerjee. Over to you, sir, for the proceedings. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Banerjee. So moving to next speaker shareholder, Mr. Asit Kumar Pathak. Sir, please share your views and any questions if you have.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, Mr. Pathak, you are audible.
Very good morning, respected Chairman, MD, Board of Directors, Government nominee, joining at 106th AGM of Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited, a Navratna company. My name is Asit Kumar Pathak, joining from Damdam, Kolkata. At first, my esteemed gratitude to our company secretary, Mr. Sandeep Mahapatra, for sending me the notice and annual report by email very well in advance and nicely allow me to speak. The excellent financial performance financial year 22, apart from pandemic, operating profit 6% against 4%, EPS also rupees 16.55 against 13.40, and revenue from operation 1,758 crores and PAT 189. Nicely achieved dividend to members. Net dividend payout 5.40 per equity shares. Sir, I have some views which I like to share. Sir, Mr. Taraknath Chakraborty also mentioned our equity is 115 crores and reserve is 1,043 crores. 1,143 crores. So maybe think about bonus issue to members in the eve of 75 years. And sir, any our capex program for solar energy, you mentioned here 20% will be enhanced for solar energy. At present, 90% of energy received from CSC. Sir, expected business perspectives, single and double lane portable bridge from Bailey Bridge Division, where move with DGBR. And also, we have shop approval for 5,000 crores for working capital, postal ballot 2019 and 20, sir. Next, sir, present order book status from West Bengal government regarding new generation electric ferry. Through some highlights about our business prospective of ship repair and refit. When mentioned, we have business focus area, GRSE KPPD facility. If possible, throw some highlights. Sir, present any plan for expansion of capacity apart from West Bengal and Ranchi, and present capacity of utilization of 6 plants. If possible, throw some highlights. Sir, any we are feeling impact in our borrowing costs, and also respected chairman mentioned about present very inflation of raw materials. That is, we are facing some input cost also in working capital also. And sir, next, sir, our also order book position by previous speakers also mentioned financial year 22 and 23. Sir, this is my request. Due to regarding some mandatory compliance, we have faced some penalties. Ultimately, those penalties may be waived out by the regulator, where we also already all is set out. All the compliance we have already set out. Sir, also steps taken for waste management, risk management, vigilance management, and safety management, and cost optimization management with digital tools and quality control management. And any capex program in ESG framework, if possible, throw some highlights. Page 95, there are mentioned some pending disputes regarding IT and West Bengal Tax Tribunal aggregating 21 crores. My view is that the government is the promoter of my company, central government. So I think that to be wiped out from our balance sheet. And sir, nothing to say more. My previous speaker also mentioned about a planned visit, because we severally request, if possible, from your side, to what we as a minority member to show our working activities and also business perspective. So if possible from your side, and I as a minority member always expect your good health and long duration in our company, where sir, nice results you have presented. Thanking you, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Pathak.
you. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Pathak. The next speaker shareholder is Mr. Joydeep Boxy. Mr. Boxy, please go ahead with your views and questions.
Very good morning, Chairman and Board of Directors, CFO, myself Jaideep Bakshi, connecting from the city of Kolkata. Thanks to our company secretary, Mr. Mahapatra, for giving me an opportunity and maintaining also good relation with the shareholders. Sir, in initial speech, you have well explained our company's position and future prospects of a company, and also regarding this, the inflation and the raw material price, which is the major cause of concern in every industry. This is pinching every industry and also sending results for our also. So how is the plan to stand up to avoid up this raw material input price rise, and what are percent do we plan to increase our capacity in our existing units? And what is our waste management program? Are we into recycling of our waste products or the metal sheets or any other thing? And nothing to add more. I have supported all the resolutions, all the business for our company in the coming future. And as per our speaker, if possible, kindly arrange for any visit by the help of the ministry for the shipbuilding unit. Thank you, sir, and all stay safe, and happy festive greetings from my end to all members present in today's video conference. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bakshi. I think there is no more. I would now request Chairman, sir, to reply these queries.
Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. We have noted down the queries raised by the various shareholders who attended this, who are attending this meeting. At the outset, let me thank each one of you for your support. First, in acknowledging our performance during the last financial year, despite the challenges of COVID. And also, many of them have voiced that they have supported the resolutions which have been tabled. Thank you for that. Some of the questions are common, some of them, of course, specific. What I will do is I will try to address all the common questions first, and thereafter try and address the specific questions. I would like to place this in the following sequence. I'll first highlight our capacity and capability, then come on to our order book, then the execution plan of the current orders, touch upon what are the orders that we expect and our expansion plan, briefly highlight our CSR efforts, and thereon I will be addressing the queries posed and the miscellaneous questions. Now, as far as our capacity is concerned, we would like to note that our major operations revolve around shipbuilding. In addition to shipbuilding, we also have a fledgling vertical, that is a ship repairs. We have a deck machinery division which provides deck machinery, that is a machinery which is fitted on ships, both built by us and our counterpart shipyards. A division at DEP Ranchi that assembles and carries out tests and trials of diesel engine, and of course the Bailey Bridges division. Now coming to the shipbuilding capability, with our current infrastructure and facilities, which comprise of 3 independent shipbuilding production units, we have a capacity to construct 20 warships concurrently. That is 8 large ships and 12 medium or small ships. Towards this, as I mentioned, we have 3 shipbuilding units. And in any shipbuilding or even ship repair process, the major infrastructure that is required is the building dock or building berth. In our main unit, we have 2 dry docks and 2 building berths. In the Rajabagan dockyard, we have 3 dry docks and 2 building berths. This was a question which one of the shareholders had asked regarding our dry dock facilities. In addition to this, we are also on a strategic lease, that's a long lease, taken 3 dry docks from the Kolkata Port Trust. This is more to give an impetus to our ship repair facilities. Now coming to our Bailey Bridges segment. We have a dedicated division handling the Bailey Bridge business with production lines available in Kolkata and at Ranchi along within our diesel engine plant. So 2 production lines are available, and we have a robust vendor base to cater for the requirements of our major customers, that is the Indian Army, the Border Roads Organization, the state governments. Now coming to our order book. As on 31st March 2022, we had an order book of 24,103 crores. As on 30th June this year, that is FY23, our order book stands at 23,583 crores. Now, this order book comprises of 7 projects. 3 projects for the Indian Navy, comprising of the P-17 Alpha project for 3 ships, 8 anti-submarine shallow water crafts, and 4 survey vessels. That comes to 15 platforms. 1 project for the Indian Coast Guard, a project for the government of Guyana, and a project comprising of 6 patrol boats for the government of Bangladesh. In addition, we also have been recently awarded a contract by the government of West Bengal for construction of a next generation ferry. There was a query which was posed regarding which all countries we are exporting currently. I think this addresses that particular query. Now coming to the execution plan. As per the project schedule, we have a very, very clear execution strategy for the projects in hand. We intend completing 3 of these projects during the current financial year. The P-17 Alpha project, the delivery will commence from financial year 25-26, and all the existing orders will be completed by FY27. So this addresses a query on the order book. Now, what are the orders on the anvil? As I had mentioned in my address, happy to inform you that we have been declared L2 in a bid for next generation ocean-going patrol vessels. As per the tender conditions, we will be awarded 4 of these ships. And this is one order which is around the corner. And from what we expect from our major customers, that is the Indian Navy and the Indian Coast Guard, there are RFPs which are likely to come out for next generation corvettes, 8 of them. And as the only Indian shipyard to have manufactured, delivered 9 corvettes, both surface, that missile, and surface, that is ASW, to the Indian Navy, and all these vessels are still in service. we stand a good chance to win this order. And this is going to be a high value order. In the normal scheme of things, the DAC approval is accorded as late as June this year. And in the normal scheme of things, I expect the RFP to come out sometime during FY 24 and the contract maybe a year down the line. Similarly, both the Indian Coast Guard and the Navy are on a fleet expansion drive, and we expect tenders to come out for water jet FACs, 20 of them from the Indian Navy, and around 32 fast patrol vessels from the Indian Coast Guard. So these broadly summarize the orders on the anvil with assured order for the NGOPV, which I expect the same to be concluded during the current financial year. We have gone aggressive in our marketing strategy for Bailey bridges, and the results are there to see. We have concluded a memorandum of understanding with the DGBR, the Director General of the Border Roads Organization, for 27 bridges, and during the current financial year, these orders are getting translated, this MOU is getting translated into orders. Similarly, there was a query on the market potential for the single and double lane bridges. To answer the question, the MOU with the DGBR is for double lane bridges. And we also have a live MOU with NHIDCL, that is the National Highways Infrastructure Development Corporation, for supply of both single lane and double lane bridges. Coming to the CapEx plans, there was a query as to how our infrastructure augmentation will look like. We have a plan to invest approximately 210 crores in the next 4 to 5 years, with a clear plan for 120 crores during the current year and the next 2 years. There was again a question as to whether we'll be extending our span beyond Kolkata and Ranchi. At present, no. We have a strong order book, and our focus is on domestic warship building and of course the other segments that I've mentioned, and the current infrastructure within Kolkata and at Ranchi, along with the infrastructure augmentation plans that what I just mentioned. In these places, we are good to go at least for the next 5 years with the facilities available in Kolkata and Ranchi. Coming to CSR, CSR has been a focus area for me and the entire board and the execution team. I'm happy to state that not only this year, even the last 3 years, we have spent 100% of the targeted CSR budget and executed all the projects. There was a query which was asked as to how much is being spent in areas within Kolkata and in West Bengal. The answer is, I've got the report here, 77% of the funds, CSR funds, is being spent for projects being executed within Kolkata and in West Bengal. I think this in a nutshell addresses most of the queries. I will just run through the specific questions. If I have missed out, there was a query from Mr. M.K. Gupta as to what we have contributed towards INS Vikrant. INS Vikrant, the capstan, the mooring capstan, has been supplied by the deck machinery unit. I had mentioned about we have a deck machinery segment that has been supplied by the deck machinery unit of GRSE. And on a personal front, I was heading that project before I quit Navy and joined Banerjee Shipbuilders. There was a query as to how we are addressing the inflation challenges. Yes, there are challenges, but you may like to note that our orders, the orders that we have won now, have been won on fixed price contracts. Similarly, in a shipbuilding project, nearly 65% of the project cost is for equipment, major equipment and systems. And as our orders come, similarly, we have fixed price contract with our OEMs and vendors. The impact of inflation there is limited to the yard material, which comes to approximately 10 to 12% of the project cost, and of course the labor, associated labor cost. Yes, there is an impact, but for my shareholders, the impact is minimal. There was a request which had come from multiple shareholders who attended the meeting, who had requested for a shipyard visit. Definitely, we would love to have you here. We'll consider it favorably, and the company secretary shall revert back to you. There was a query which was given by Mr. Santosh Sharaf on our waste management policy. See, broadly, we have three types of waste: general waste, industrial waste, and of course the e-waste. Clear policies exist for all three of them, and they've already been put to motion. And for information, the e-waste, the beyond economical electronic equipment that are disposed are only disposed through e-waste recycling agencies certified by the central or state pollution control boards. There was a query on the CSR audit. Now, we have a board level committee, a CSR committee, dedicatedly to first finalize the project and review the project execution plan. So there is a first level of audit being done at this committee. We have a dedicated team, a CSR execution team, plus the status is also reviewed by the CAG during the CAG's audit. In addition, impact studies of the CSR expenditure is also carried out. Mr. Sharaf had also asked about fire and energy audits. Yes, we carry out fire audits. The last we carried out was during 2021 by a third party, a certified third party, an energy audit as late as this year, mid of this year, we have carried out the annual energy audit. There was a query on renewable energy with a specific question on our plans for investment in solar energy. As of now, we have 1.5 megawatt solar rooftop plants generating 1.5 megawatt energy. And this, as per our assessment, has reduced the GSG by 1,500 tons per annum. And as of now, we are executing projects that would create 200 kilowatt power. And these projects are expected to be completed by November this year. And we plan to enhance the solar energy capacity by another 250 kilowatt power during the next financial year. As far as tax disputes are concerned, we are on the right track. We have, as far as the total disputes at this moment are only 14. And of this, during the current year, that means this was the carry forward from the last year, we already resolved 4. And 10 of them are at various stages of resolution. Here, the standard procedures are being followed, and with the government introducing the faceless assessment appeal system, it will take a finite amount of time for resolution, but we are processing this and pursuing this aggressively. Mr. Bimal Sarkar had asked a question about the impact of COVID, second, third, and fourth phase. See, we have, yes, there was an impact. The impact was more due to the restrictions imposed by the state and central administrations in terms of social distancing and so on, and the isolation policies. But, and you must also acknowledge that we are a labor-intensive industry where Physical proximity at times is a must for execution of the jobs, especially while constructing a warship. Happy to inform you that the team GRSE has evolved various strategies starting from shift system to staggered timings and so on, and we have come out reasonably unscathed. And in my introductory the address, I had mentioned that despite these challenges, we have met all the targeted production milestones. I think this addresses most of the queries, and in case anyone has got any more queries, you may separately take them up with the company secretary, and we shall address each one of them to your satisfaction. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Good morning once again to all of you. So first and foremost, I would like to thank all the shareholders of the company, and particularly those who have taken time to participate in this annual general meeting of the company. In accordance with the circular issued by MCA and SEBI, the company completed dispatch of annual report for the financial year 2021 and notice convening the 106th AGM only through emails on 1st September 2022. And I am sure each one of you must have received the same well in time. In terms of the provision of the Companies Act 2013 and the SEBI listing obligations and disclosures requirement regulation 2015, the company has provided to its members the facility to exercise their right to vote at the 106th AGM by electronic means. The company provided remote e-voting facility to all persons who are members of the company as on 19th September 2022. Being the record date for voting on all the 5 resolutions set out in the notice of the AGM. E-voting was opened from 9 a.m. on Wednesday 21st September 2022 and ended on 5 p.m. on Sunday 25th September 2022. However, for the benefit of members who are present in this meeting through VC and OAVM facility and have not casted their vote on the resolutions through remote e-voting shall be eligible to vote through e-voting system in the AGM. In case a member has already cast his or her vote through remote e-voting, then such a member should not cast their vote. Here again through e-voting during AGM, since such vote would be considered as invalid. The company has appointed Mr. A.K. Lab, practicing company secretary, or Mr. A.K. Lab and company secretary, as the scrutinizer for conducting the remote e-voting process for the AGM in a fair and transparent manner. There are 5 agenda items to take for the approval of shareholders today. 4 items are ordinary business, which are the ordinary resolution number 1 pertains to adoption of the audited financial statements for the financial year ended 31st March 2022 and the reports of the Board of Directors and auditors thereon. The ordinary resolution number 2 pertains to approval of the payment of interim dividend rupees 4.95 per equity share and to declare final dividend of 0.85 per equity shares, face value of rupees 10 for the financial year 2021-22. The total dividend of 5.80 per equity share. The ordinary resolution number 3 pertains to appointment of a director in place of Sri Ramesh Kumar Das, who retires by rotation and being eligible offer himself for reappointment. The ordinary resolution number 4 pertains to authorizing the Board of Directors of the company to fix the remuneration of statutory auditors appointed by the Comptroller and Auditor Generals of India for the financial year 21-22. So there is one agenda item of special business, which is the ordinary resolution number 5 relating to ratification of the remuneration payable to the cost auditors for the financial year ending 31st March 2023. The objective and implication of the resolution proposed at the AGM are already set out in the notice of AGM and explanatory statement, and for the sake of brevity, I am not repeating again. Thank you. Over to CMD sir.
Before I move on to the closing remarks, I would like to clarify one of the queries which I had missed out. This is on a couple of shareholders, respected shareholders who attended today had asked this question regarding the bonus shares. Issue of bonus shares, as you are aware, are regulated as per the capital restructuring guidelines of DIPAM. Definitely, we will issue bonus shares when our company revenue and surplus will permit the same as per the DIPAM guidelines. Moving on, I would now authorize the company secretary to carry out the e-voting process during the AGM. The e-voting process would remain open for half an hour from the conclusion of this meeting. The combined results of the remote e-voting and e-voting during AGM would be declared and communicated to the stock exchanges within 2 working days from the conclusion of this annual general meeting. The results would also be uploaded on the company's website and also on the website of the stock exchanges and NSDL. On behalf of the entire board of directors present today in this meeting, I sincerely thank all the members for being part of the organization's growth and for attending this meeting today. I would like to request all of you to vote through the electronic system, if not already done so, through remote e-voting. I now declare proceedings of this AGM closed and the meeting will be concluded at the end of e-voting by members, which will be 30 minutes from now. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you.